I am gaming. I am gaming. I am gaming podcast.
Hi everybody, my name is Ivica. Thank you so much for being on the latest episode of I'm Gaming Podcast, a podcast where I talk about the video game industry, entrepreneurship and gaming nostalgia. Episode 25, that's really awesome. I was so lucky to have a few guests in my previous episodes. If you didn't check them out now, and of course please subscribe and please check out my Patreon page right there below and see if you can help me out continue to make this stuff happen. In this episode I'm back all on my own, again here just with you, my dear listeners. Thank you so much for being here after all. And I'm here to talk to you about a topic that I think is really relevant at this point, and it's going to become more relevant as the days become weeks in the upcoming period, and that's simply what are your post-lockdown plans. So a lot of us have been thinking, working and trying to figure out what the hell should we do while the lockdown is going on. There is so much debate going on around that in the previous couple of weeks. The whole story started initially with the idea of everyone should be doing everything to boost their game in any field they're active in. So you should learn things, you should write, read, create, program, learn new skills and everything and anything in between. I'm all for that, and I even made a video that's about the same topic, about how you should learn to do things that you otherwise hate doing around your creative venture, whatever it might be. But a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, when the lockdown was, well, getting on everybody's nerves, there is another side of the story that started happening. And it's basically one that says don't do anything. It's fine to feel no pressure and be uncreative, unproductive. Just wait for this thing to go ahead and be done with. This thing, I mean the lockdown. And that's okay as well. If you don't want to do anything, if you don't feel like doing anything, that's completely fine and perfectly fine. But in this dichotomy that evolved, I think a big element is now lost, and that's the element of the lockdown being over. So this period is slowly but surely coming to an end. Wherever you live, whenever the lockdown began, chances are it's slowly wrapping up, so we can expect that by the end of May, more or less the whole world hopefully will be out of lockdown. Again, more or less effectively. There won't be a single united front on that topic, but most countries will be easing up restrictions and allowing people to get back to their everyday lives. For me, the big issue now is what will you do when the lockdown is over? We focused a lot on the process of doing or not doing anything during the lockdown, but what are your plans for your creative venture? It doesn't matter if it's a video game, if it's a YouTube channel, a Twitch stream, some kind of a different project. What are your plans for the moment the lockdown is over? I would love to hear what you're planning directly in the weeks and months when this blows over, or blows over more or less. Not the virus is going to stay, because the pandemic is upcoming and it will be around for at least a year until the effective vaccine is discovered. But in the period where you're not home all of the time, when things go back to more or less normal, what are you going to do about your venture? So please leave a comment below. I would love to hear your takes, your thoughts about the things you're preparing for this upcoming period, for the slightly different world we're going to find ourselves in, and what do you think that you should do for your venture. And of course, let me know what's your venture all about. So it can be anything and everything, especially if it's related to gaming. I would love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and maybe we'll kick off a discussion around that. I'll definitely respond, and I'm looking forward to hearing your takes and ideas. So please leave your idea right there below. This is all for the 25th episode of I'm Gaming Podcast. This is intended to be a kind of a discussion with you about your plans. So hopefully the episode continues in the comment section. Check out my other I'm Gaming episodes if you didn't before. They're all on my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you didn't before. And thank you so much to all of my patrons. You make this possible. I have a new patron, which is an online store called Figure This Out that sells collectibles and figurines that every otaku will love. So check it out in the description. There is a link along with the link to my Patreon page. My name is Ivica. I will hopefully continue talking with you in the comments. And that was all from me. Thanks again for watching and have a great day. Bye bye.